Hey friends, today I am going to share with you my one simple trick to get your kids to actually remember the lesson that you just taught them. So, coming out with me today, I'm going to fill you in on this trick that never fails me. Hey friends, I'm Heidi with Heavenly Minded Home and welcome back to our channel. Now, we put out videos each and every day about all the homey things. It is our prayer here to encourage and equip other families to live for Christ, living heavenly minded, and looking at ways, be it home discipleship, homemaking, homesteading, or even homeschooling, to really just live out our biblical worldview throughout our lives. And so I thought today it would be a great opportunity to talk kind of more so to that like homeschooling area of life where nothing is worse than trying to teach your kids something, right? You have this grand lesson, maybe you are looking for homeschool curriculum, you're trying to put together all of those pieces, which, spoiler alert, stay tuned, we have a lot of stuff coming out for you guys that you're not going to want to miss. You can subscribe and turn on the little bell notifications if you want to see them as they come out, or we also have a monthly newsletter we send out that is linked down below. If you sign up for that, that means you'll get that email so that you won't miss out with all of the homeschool stuff we have coming up. But it's so frustrating when you go through this whole lesson, you plan out this whole curriculum, you do all the things, you teach your kids said lesson, said curriculum, said whatever, and then you get done with it and they forget it. They don't remember, right? Isn't that the worst? And you go, hey, what did you learn from such and such? And they're like, I don't know. And you're like, what do you mean you don't know? You should absolutely know this. That is frustrating. And so in all of my years of homeschooling, our oldest just graduated this past year, and we have been homeschooling him since he was in the middle of first grade. So we've been doing this for a hot minute. I've got the 3 girls now that we are homeschooling, ages 5 through 12. And there's this one trick that is like the basis now to my homeschool philosophy, because it is the one thing that makes the biggest difference. If I do this, my kids will somehow remember the lesson that was being taught. And so I promise you, as you are looking at things you're doing, maybe you're doing some summer stuff, maybe you're looking into curriculum, maybe you're new to homeschooling and you're not sure what to do, maybe you've been homeschooling for a while and you got some frustrations and you're like, come on, what are we missing? This is going to make a difference, I promise you. The one simple trick that you can start implementing right now to get your kids to actually remember what it is that you are teaching them is to make it hands-on. I feel like this is so simple. I did not just tell you the most revolutionary thing in the whole wide world, right? This exists and has existed. You implement this. You focus on this. Your kids are going to remember what they were taught. It absolutely works. Let me use an example. My girls specifically are like walking chicken encyclopedias, okay? It is not because we've done a unit study on chickens. It is not because we've done a bunch of research. It is not because we've read a lot of books and watched a lot of videos and things like that. Those were all resources and tools that, yes, absolutely, we have implemented. Yes. Why my children are so knowledgeable, why that information is so readily available in their minds to pull out at a moment's notice, is because they took that information, they took those resources, right? They took all of those tools and they got hands-on with them. They implemented them. They got chickens. They work with chickens. We have 20 new chicks now and 2 turkeys. And guess what? Our girls take care of them. It is their responsibility. So that means what to do with brand new chicks, how to prepare for them, what to look for, learning about signs of sickness or injury, how to treat different things. They have done it all hands-on. In the difficult times and in the good times, because it's not all super cute little fluffy chicks. A lot of times it's really messy, dirty, and not so fun. Part of it, they take that role of ownership and responsibility in that. And so it's partnering the learning, the tools of research and watching things and reading things and doing things like that. It's taking that information, but then it's getting hands-on with it and putting it to practice. Let me share with you a way that we are going to implement it right now, okay? So we have the HMH Co-op, which is an online co-op that we do. We have all kinds of classes. You guys are so welcome to come and join us. We have really big stuff that's going to be coming out for that this year. We have an open house we're going to be doing. Really super excited. Again, the link is down there if you guys want to go check it out and come join us. The kids are doing like Minecraft club this month, and they've got some Spanish classes and art clubs. So we've got some fun stuff they're doing this month. But one thing that they're doing is this culture club. So amazing. They've got this book, Roman Diary, oops, if you can see it, Roman Diary, that they're reading through. This book is fantastic, and they're reading through it together, and they're discussing it. Now, it's great because there's some really deep lessons in here of what it means to be a slave for Christ and living for the Lord and all of that. It's wonderful, and they get to have these great conversations, which I love. But then the part of it is learning about what a time and a place and a people, what it was like for them here. Of course, this is happening during the time that we see the epistles being written in scripture. So it's really cool to be able to read through a story and learn different bits and nuggets of what life was like in Rome 2,000 years ago. But then we get to see, as we're reading through the epistles and we see what, Paul and Timothy and, what everybody was, the type of world they lived in when this all took place. So they're reading this, they're having great discussions, they're looking at different things, watching different videos, learning about the currency, all of this great stuff. But then we go, okay, how can we make this hands-on? Because the more opportunities I give my kids to be hands-on with something, the more they're going to actually remember what it is that they're learning about. So, like for this, the teacher of the Culture Club class happens to be one of my bestest friends in the whole wide world. We have been friends since we went to Christian school together 20 some odd years ago, okay? It's been a hot minute. So she is teaching this. She's a homeschool mama of 5 kiddos. I'm trying to remember, between the two of us, we got a lot of kids. And they are a Sunlight curriculum people, and Sunlight has some of the best books. And so she is bringing a lot of this just great literature to the HMH Co-op, our co-op, and they're going to do these amazing book clubs. I'm so excited for it. Again, sign up for the newsletter if you want these updates. But she's doing this book with them. And then we're looking at ways that we can implement these hands-on activities so that way, yes, it's a book club, you're learning about a culture, you're learning about a time, you got some history, like all of that is fantastic, but let's get hands-on with this so that way these lessons and these things that we've learned are really there in your mind. And so today, they are going to come up here, all the kiddos are getting together, and we have these amazing recipes that she found that are very similar to some of the foods that they would have had eaten at this time. So in Rome 2,000 years ago, these are some of those desserts that would have been made. And so what a great opportunity. It's something so simple as this, of reading a book, talking about something, watching different videos, reading different things, kind of opening up all of that, but then giving them an activity that's hands-on, that they can get together, they can get in the kitchen, they could bake these things. We're going to sit down together and then consume the stuff that they've made. So we've now kind of fired all these receptors in our kiddos' minds where, yes, they've read it, they've talked about it, we've looked at different things, they've heard different, they watch videos about what the currency was like and some different things like that, but now they're getting hands-on. Now we're going to sit down together, they're going to get to bake, they're going to get to try these recipes that would not normally be something that we would be making in our home, but they get to see these connections of this was Roman culture, these were things they ate, these were things that grew in the area, and now it's something that we're going to make here together. Each of you put a ricotta cheese in? Yeah. Yep, okay, squeeze it down into it.
It is a little hard on the bottom.
Oh my gosh, that's good.
Let's take the leaves off the bottom.
Yeah, that's good.
Did you get the leaf? No.
This is good.
One fan, one not a fan.
Can I have one, Mommy?
Hold on.
Gigi,
Yeah.
at least swallow.
Hey.
Try the other one, Gigi.
These are good.
Try that.
Yeah?
You just pick it up and take a bite.
What if you wash your hands? They're good, right?
No.
Gigi is not a fan of the ancient
I like
Roman.
it.
Take
Yay!
a bite of the date too.
Isn't it so much fun to find opportunities and the things that we're teaching our kids and how we are going about educating them to really dig into ways that they can get hands-on, ways that they can connect with the material, so that way it stays up in there. Because let's be honest, we all learn best when there's some sort of like reason to connect to it, and I think that's just so important. If learning more about how we go about our homeschool philosophy would be something you guys would be interested in learning more about, leave me a comment down below and let me know, because I think it's a fascinating area of discussion and so important that when we see the importance of educating our children, that we really do look at the philosophy, the why, and that gives us so much direction and encouragement as we go through our parenting journey to make sure that we really are keeping that, whole child, focus in mind in everything that we do. So let me know if that would be something you guys would like to know more about, and I will be happy to share. Otherwise, you guys, I thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I pray that sharing my most simple trick here can be something that can bless you and your family as you go about whatever it is that you're doing, looking for ways to really just give our children the best, because that's what it is all about. You guys, I am so thankful. We've had so many new friends come around here. You guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. You all are the best. Of course, we have our biblical womanhood study we're doing. You guys can come join us for that. There's info linked down there if you want to know more. It's a free study going on all summer long. And then, of course, you guys, if you would please, if you would like to do us a little something, if anything here has been helpful to you guys, we've had this just great insurgence of new friends coming over, like I said, which is wonderful. We prayerfully would love to hit that 10,000 subscriber goal. So kind of a big goal, kind of crazy, but we would love to try to reach that, as our family ministry here is just so passionate about connecting with other families, encouraging and equipping others in all the homey things, as home is so important. This is so just huge, an integral part to our world as we serve the Lord, that we build up home, be it through the parents to the children, the grandparents, and everybody in between. So if you guys wouldn't mind subscribing and turning on your little bell notifications, share this with your friends and family that would find something like this beneficial. It would mean the world to us as we try to hit this next kind of big goal and try to make it to that 10,000 mark. So thank you all so much. You guys are the absolute best. We just adore you to pieces. If there's anything we can ever do for you, please do not hesitate to reach out. Leave us comments as you go, send us a message, whatever it might be. We're here to serve you and your family. So you want a little something else to watch? This video right here, I think, is right up your alley. If you want to go check that out, tap that subscribe button before you head out, and we will see you all right back here tomorrow. Bye, friends.